Oh, I can do it. We can. What's up, people? It's your boy Joshua. I'm here today in Kerbal Space Program. We're going to look at the aerodynamic differences between Balsa and Kerbal Space Program, because I have designed this airplane in Balsa, and we're going to see how well it flies in Kerbal Space Program. So what we need to do is go ahead and hopefully get this started, because in Balsa we are using electric engines. So we went ahead and went with these electric motors because it should give us a nice fair representation. Let's go ahead and bring out our aerodynamic forces overlay. And let's get everything spinning up. Get it so it's barely refilling. And maybe we can get up to speed here. We're going 70 meters per second. That should be enough to get off the ground. So we're just gonna angle ourselves back here. And up we go. Okay, so we're off the ground. In Balsa, this flies amazing. And I will show you a side-by-side comparison of the two. I don't think we have these aerodynamic assessment tools available to us currently in Balsa, so we'll be able to show you at least the flight characteristics in Balsa versus KSP. The speed that we're getting is dramatically less, of course. We're not using little small models in this one. This is a ginormous model that we have in Kerbal Space Program. And seeing the way it flies, it's handling fairly well. Alright, so this is the craft in Balsa, so I just press Control R to kick on my engines. Let's go ahead and get those engines full throttle and start flying. So this is the craft, and super stable. You can see we can kind of skim through the city. Has a really stable framework to it. And we can also really sharply turn. So we go here. Oh, a little too fast. Do we have the same agility, the same maneuverability that we have in Balsa? And the answer is going to be no, because we're going significantly slower. We're going to try to loop at our best speed. And we're going about 75 looks like the max. Alright, here we go. We're going to try our loop. Oh, I can do it. We can do it. Yes, we got our loop. Oh, and then the very slow roll back around. Oh my god, that is definitely not fast. So the only problem with this one is that it can get a little too fast on the loops. So you have to be really careful on the loops when you're going back around. It turns in the same spot, so it's able to really maneuver a lot better than what you see in KSP. So let's show you that roll one more time, and that basically keeps it in the same exact spot. Super stable. Now the pitch is very sensitive, so you have to be really careful with that when you're turning back around. The cool thing is that it works. And that is awesome, because it's really hard to get something weird shaped flying, but this one definitely works really well. So let's go ahead and give you a side-by-side comparison between the two and show you what it really looks like here. So I really enjoy this design. Even though it's not very fast in Kerbal Space Program, you can see here it doesn't quite have the same agility as we get in Balsa. In Balsa, this craft is actually pretty beast. It has really strong maneuverability, and it is a fantastic attack craft. But in KSP, larger parts, more weight, less thrust, we have still a pretty strong craft. But at the same time, it is not as viable. We're going to try to land. Let's see how well we can land. I know in Balsa I don't land this one because it doesn't have wheels in Balsa. We have wheels, it's just they tend to break off and it throws the balance of this craft off. So I tend to leave them off in Balsa. full speed on this one, you're doing about 134, 36, 37, around 140 kilometers per hour. There we go, 140. So it is definitely no slouch. So let's kill all of our speed, and that's going to drag us backwards, and we're just going to come down for a nice gentle touchdown. Slowing down nicely, and here we go. I was worried about that flipping over, but it actually did it just right. But anyhow, in comparison to Kerbal Space Program's build, I think this one is a lot more stable, and it's a lot more agile, and it's also a lot faster. And not to mention, the color scheme and the decals just are absolutely awesome. So yeah, comparing the two models, it definitely looks like there's a bit of aero differences, of course, between the two games, but as a model craft, this works a lot better in Balsa, even though this works really well in Kerbal Space Program. So I'm actually pretty impressed. But let's just throw some comparisons up and show you, the differences in the flight characteristics. Even though there's some differences, the crafts can work between the two, and this will be really interesting to see people building their different airplanes in Balsa versus KSP. So hopefully you have enjoyed this video. If you have, throw out a like, share this one out to your friends, check out Balsa if you have not already, definitely check out KSP if you haven't already. Both games are worthwhile having, and EA for early access for Balsa is coming soon. I hope to catch you guys there. There is PvP and PvE combat, and who knows what else is in store. So for right now, it's your boy Jatois, and I am out of here. Peace.